Which host left the show early and which hosts are bringing Iron Chef skills to the party? Keep watching as we take a look at the untold truth of Food Network's The Kitchen. Normally, The Kitchen is filmed in a studio in New Jersey. When the world went on lockdown thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic, the cast connected via Zoom to cook their favorite meals from home.
We are here in our kitchen. We're talking to you and showing you how to cook with our hearts from our homes.
Being at home meant the cast didn't have the resources at their disposal that they typically do while on the set of The Kitchen, but this didn't affect the quality of their work. The chefs shared tried and true recipes they've been making for years in the Quarantine Edition episodes, proving their skills to fans. The cast also continued cooking dishes based on various themes while filming separately, including an episode full of easy-to-make recipes for a whole week of eating that catered to viewers who were also in quarantine. Not only did The Kitchen keep filming during the pandemic, but it caught the attention of a lot of viewers too. 2020 brought The Kitchen their highest-rated premiere in over a year, according to Discovery, Food Network's parent company. It wasn't just The Kitchen that performed well in 2020. Other Food Network shows like The Pioneer Woman and Chopped saw high ratings too, among others. Discovery's chief lifestyle brand officer told the New York Post that viewers seem to be moving closer to food programming during the pandemic because the network provided, quote, more than entertainment. As the world gradually opened up, though, the ratings declined, and Food Network's viewership has dropped significantly since its peak in May 2020, back to numbers similar to those before the pandemic. Like a lot of TV chefs, all of the current hosts of The Kitchen have published at least one cookbook, all featuring different themes and dishes that showcase their kitchen skills. Chef Jeff Morrow has only published one cookbook called Come On Over, 111 Fantastic Recipes for the Family That Cooks, Eats, and Laughs Together. It was released in early 2021 and features his favorite meals to cook for a big group. Katie Lee has authored multiple cookbooks. Her most recent, It's Not Complicated, Simple Recipes for Every Day, gives readers easy recipes to take the hassle out of cooking. Sunny Anderson has just one cookbook, Sunny's Kitchen, Easy Food for Real Life, a cookbook. It contains recipes for comfort food inspired by her family roots and years of travel. Jeffrey Zakarian has written 4 cookbooks, including one specific to the Dutch oven and another that details how to best utilize your pantry. Alex Guarnaschelli has multiple cookbooks too. Her most recent offering is called Cook With Me, 150 Recipes for the Home Cook, a cookbook, and it details how her family has affected her life as a chef. Like many talk shows, The Kitchen has had different lineups of hosts since it started. While Alex Guarnaschelli is part of the group now, she wasn't always. The original 5 were Jeff Morrow, Sunny Anderson, Jeffrey Zakarian, Katie Lee, and former Mexican Made Easy host Marcela Valladolid. Valladolid left after a few years with the cast of The Kitchen to spend more time with her family, but she's stayed plenty busy since leaving the Food Network. She's worked on numerous projects since her departure, including hosting cooking classes via Zoom and writing a children's cookbook. Through everything she does, Valladolid's Mexican heritage shines through.
So I wanted to take all that I grew up with, the cuisine and the culture and the complexities, and kind of filter it through my house and make it from there accessible to everybody.
Before The Kitchen was even a thought at Food Network, Emeril Lagasse was entertaining viewers on Emeril Live, keeping them intrigued with his spices and catchphrases. Lagasse often had guests join him in the kitchen to share their skills. In 2005, he invited future The Kitchen host Sunny Anderson, and Lagasse cooked one of her recipes on the show. Years after her guest appearance on Emeril Live, Anderson and Lagasse reunited on former Food Network star Rachel Ray's show. At the time, Anderson said of her appearance on Lagasse's show,
"There are only a few moments like that in life where you can really remember them as being not only a defining moment, but a game changer."
Anderson's relationship with the Food Network began in earnest just a few years after appearing on Emeril Live. In 2007, she began hosting various shows of her own, including her series Cooking for Real, and continued doing so until The Kitchen premiered in 2014. Food Network chefs have been discovered many ways over the years, from restaurants to blogs. Eventually, though, the Food Network took things into their own hands with the competition series Food Network Star. Since 2005, the series has helped the network land several major talents, including eventual The Kitchen co-host Jeff Morrow. Starring on Food Network is a dream come true for Morrow. When asked in an interview with FN Dish about his involvement in The Kitchen, he said, "My dream was to have a talk show format where I can improvise, be funny, and cook all at the same time, while interacting with other people. So to me, it's a dream come true." Renowned chef Alex Guarnaschelli is a more recent addition to The Kitchen, but it is hardly her first experience with the Food Network. The seasoned chef has appeared on multiple Food Network shows, including Chopped, but one of her most memorable credits is for beating Bobby Flay in the competition show Beat Bobby Flay. Not a lot of chefs managed to top Flay, but Guarnaschelli came out on top with her version of Lobster Newburg. It was a triumph, but Guarnaschelli didn't have to beat Bobby Flay to prove her skills. Her resume speaks for itself. Fans of Guarnaschelli can find her on the Food Network for years to come. In 2019, the chef signed a deal with the network to co-host The Kitchen, judge contestants on Chopped, and be involved in other digital projects with Food Network. The Kitchen is usually food-related, but every now and then a surprise comes along, and something completely unrelated to food is discussed. Before shooting an episode in early 2020, host Katie Lee revealed to her co-hosts on set that she was expecting a baby.
We're gonna have a new member of the Kitchen family.
Lee is married to television producer Ryan Beagle, who she married in Italy in 2018, according to Vogue. The couple welcomed their first child, a daughter named Iris, in September 2020. Lee and her husband met because of food, as he was a producer on her show Beach Bites with Katie Lee, and as she told Interview magazine, the two fell in love because of food, specifically her roasted chicken. The hosts of The Kitchen are all talented chefs, but only 2 of them have earned the coveted title of Iron Chef. After Iron Chef aired in Japan, the Food Network brought it to America, and Iron Chef America saw hundreds of guests challenge notable chefs as well as The Kitchen co-hosts Alex Guarnaschelli and Jeffrey Zakarian to epic culinary battles. Guarnaschelli became an Iron Chef when she competed on and won the next Iron Chef Redemption in 2012. Guarnaschelli had competed for the title of Iron Chef previously on the next Iron Chef Super Chefs but was eliminated. Guarnaschelli kept a good attitude though, and noted in an interview that she would take some time to relearn forgotten skills and eventually earn the title. And she was correct. Zakarian earned the Iron Chef title after winning the next Iron Chef Super Chefs in 2011. After his victory, he described his time on the show to Atlantic City Weekly like this: "It was the most difficult and physically demanding thing I have ever done, and I hope to never do it again." Since he has the title, he probably won't have to compete again, and he doesn't need to. Both Zakarian and Guarnaschelli prove their Iron Chef status every week on The Kitchen. The Kitchen is on week after week, and it often invites guest stars to showcase their favorite recipes. Chefs, lifestyle gurus, actors, and talk show hosts have all joined the hosts of The Kitchen for special episodes. A friend of the hosts on The Kitchen, Food Network favorite Bobby Flay has been featured on a couple of episodes, including a special Cinco de Mayo edition where he competed in a round of Tool Takedown, a popular segment on the show. Host extraordinaire Martha Stewart visited for an episode too. She showed the co-hosts how to make her chocolate chip cookie icebox cake, which is just layers of cookie alternating with layers of whipped cream. The Kitchen doesn't only feature chefs as guests. Actor Daniel Radcliffe, best known for his eponymous role in the Harry Potter movie series, appeared in an episode where he assembled a burger by playing Build-A-Burger, a Twister-like game where toppings were chosen according to wherever the host's hands and feet landed. In another episode, talk show host Wendy Williams came on to share her love of cooking and taste some of the co-host's dishes. Part of the fun of The Kitchen is that you never know who might drop by. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about your favorite food shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.